What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this afternoon. I got a little bit of extra for you on this Monday, October 2nd, 2017. This is Off the Script Extra. I got a few news stories today that we're going to go over, one including Randy Orton and his hatred for current WWE storylines, how he hates being a babyface, and pretty much Randy Orton being in the I don't give a fuck portion of his career. We're going to go over all that and exactly what he said on the Edge and Christian podcast that has a lot of people talking on this Monday afternoon. Also, Matt Hardy posting a cryptic Twitter video in the broken gimmick and the broken accent. People are going crazy over this one 10-second video that he posted last night from Denver, Colorado, which I believe is the home of Monday Night Raw tonight, if I'm not mistaken. But everybody's going crazy over Matt Hardy's hairstyle and the fact that he cut his hair to be very similar to when he first began the broken gimmick in TNA. So we're going to go over all that plus so much more on this Off the Script Extra. Please follow me on Twitter if you guys are not doing so, at JDFROMNY206. Please make sure you guys are subscribed down below and hit that bell. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys want to support the show, you have a list of ways you can do that right on the right side of the layout that you see on the screen right now. Patreon.com. Thank you to everybody who has supported via Patreon. Mario Kart gameplay, I know I did not get it to you guys. I will be doing a double Mario Kart this week for you guys, so do not worry. It was a long weekend. I gave myself a little bit of a break from a lot of things. Had a lot of stuff going on this weekend, but you guys are getting a double Mario Kart upload this week. Barbershopwindow.com, the new Get Off My TV design with Enzo Amore is now available on Barbershop Window. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Remember to use code JD17 at checkout. And then audibletrial.com/offthescript. You guys can get 1 month of Audible free with one free audio book. And just to make sure you guys are aware, Jim Ross has a new book for pre-order, which you guys can get for free. And I'm sure that book is going to include a lot of juicy material. So you guys can go to audibletrial.com/offthescript for your free audiobook and 30 days free of Audible service just by listening to Off the Script. Also, you guys got till Wednesday to get the JD Club Bullet Club design, which is only exclusively available on teespring.com. Available till Wednesday, and then it goes away forever. We've sold over 50 so far. If we could get to a nice round number of 75 before Wednesday, I would absolutely love that if you guys did that, man. Teespring.com, the link will be down in the comment section, pinned at the top of the comment section. Make sure you guys take advantage of this because you're never going to see this shirt again. You're never going to see this design again, and it's never going to be sold again. So if you guys support the show, be one of a kind. Be like no one. Like WWE 2K18, be like no one and wear that JD Club design in pride, man. So make sure you guys go and get that. Thank you so very much for all of that. I want to say a quick congratulations to my friend Justin LaBar, who I texted as of this morning. If you guys know, Justin LaBar was one of the main men behind Chairshot Reality on WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com was currently in the midst of making budget cuts. One of those budget cuts, unfortunately, was Chairshot Reality and all of Chairshot's staff. Chairshot has a YouTube channel with a little bit over 5,000 subs. They've been operating out of their YouTube channel. That will be no more. They now have a new home. I took it upon myself to text Justin a huge congratulations and how much of an influence he continues to be on not only me, but a lot of people doing this very same thing. Justin LaBar, Josh Eisenberg, and Juicy Steen, everybody associated with Chairshot Reality has found a new home, and their new home is What Culture Wrestling. Chairshot will be on What Culture's YouTube channel moving forward, and I couldn't be more proud and couldn't be more happy for that accomplishment. Unbelievable, man. So you're going to be seeing a little dose of reality, finally, on What Culture Wrestling, man. So congratulations to Josh Eisenberg, Juicy Steen, and Justin LaBar for such an amazing announcement, such an amazing accomplishment. Hard work truly does pay off, and I hope that I can honestly follow in the footsteps and get something like that moving on with my future here, doing what I'm doing with Off the Script, man. So congratulations to Justin LaBar. He continues to be an influence on everybody, and I look forward to watching Chairshot Reality on What Culture Wrestling. Moving on, man, we got this Randy Orton on the Edge and Christian podcast. I quote, "I'm sick of this baby face thing." On Friday's edition of the Edge and Christian podcast, Randy Orton made an appearance to discuss the current state of WWE and the time he spent in the ring with Edge and Christian. Orton made fun of his own metabolism slowing down and said that he needs to get a little better with that. He joked that he has a sweet tooth. He likes sweets. Who doesn't? He joked about how Kevin Owens has it all figured out, and I quote, "He started fat and he'll finish fat," Orton said. He's trying to get himself over as the fat guy that can fight. Bless his heart. That's great. I'm jealous. Christian mentioned bad physique heat, where heels get away with being out of shape because it works with their persona. With Orton saying that he likes the term and shifting the conversation to him currently being a babyface. I don't think Kevin Owens is fat. I don't think anybody here is really poking fun at Kevin Owens being fat. Kevin Owens is probably the best heel in all of WWE right now with the absence of Samoa Joe. And, you know, The Miz is there, but Kevin Owens right now is at the top of his game. This is the best work that Kevin Owens has done on the main roster for WWE. I don't think Orton is really poking fun in a malicious way towards Kevin Owens. I don't think Edge and Christian are poking fun in a malicious way towards Kevin Owens. They're just making light that Randy Orton has a sweet tooth, so I wouldn't take it past that. The thing here that I know Randy Orton's upset with is the fact that he is a babyface. I think a lot of people, not only Randy Orton, but the fans themselves, are upset Randy Orton is a babyface. Randy Orton has always been a heel. Always been a heel. Even when he was a babyface, we always wanted him to be a heel. Every time he turned into a babyface, it was boring after 2 months. And we wanted him to go right back to what he was originally, and that was a heel. Now, he says, and I quote, "I love it, and I'm going to use that, hopefully sooner rather than later when I turn heel again," Orton said. "I'm sick of this babyface thing, that's for sure." Orton also mentioned that he'd rather be wrestling in the Wyatt family and wearing jeans and a t-shirt for the rest of his career. Don't know why they took him out of the Wyatt family so soon and ended that storyline so abruptly. Orton credited both Edge and Christian as being two of a handful of people who helped his career get to the point where it is now. He and Christian talked extensively about their world title feud during the summer of 2011, which was one of my favorite things in all of 2011. You guys can go back and watch that stuff on the WWE Network. The matches that Orton had with Christian are heavily, and I mean heavily, underrated by a lot of people. That was probably the best thing that Christian did in his singles run in WWE, minus all the stuff with Edge. So you guys need to definitely go back and school yourselves on why that was so great. In 2011, that was one of the best things, if not the best thing, on current WWE programming that year. Orton complimenting Christian about how he put together those matches and how he gained confidence from working with him. In turn, Christian praised Orton and mentioned how he taught him to slow things down and how facials meant so much more in a match. They then moved on to talking about their kids. Orton has 2 daughters and 3 stepsons. His oldest daughter was never into wrestling until his stepsons, who are big into wrestling, they're big wrestling fans, got her to go to shows. And in a way, Orton's stepsons got Orton and his family closer together. Orton said he really tries his best not to go overseas on WWE tours, but he has to be around with John Cena going part-time now. He also discussed how hard it is to run a family, the RKO memes that are all over Twitter, and much, much more. You guys can go listen to that. That is this week's Edge and Christian podcast. Randy Orton being a babyface, you can see that it's done absolutely no favors for Randy Orton in 2017. It is god-awful. God-awful. When was the only time Randy Orton has been actually interesting on current WWE television? In 2017. It's when he's with the Wyatt family. It's when he was heel. It's when he was trying to bring out that Viper-esque character. When was that Viper-esque character going to strike? You know, I understand they tried to build the internal, pretty much, eruption of the Wyatt family and them breaking down from within and Randy Orton being there solely to get his hands on the WWE Championship once Bray Wyatt won it, and that was apparent when Bray Wyatt did win the WWE Championship. We knew that that storyline was going to go in that direction. But it could have been built up to, it could have been utilized a little bit better to build up Luke Harper. They did have a great match at Elimination Chamber. That was Luke Harper's best, that was actually Randy Orton's best match all year at Elimination Chamber with Luke Harper, if you guys remember that. But it did nothing for Randy Orton since the storyline ended so fast. It did nothing for Luke Harper because WWE, for some reason, at that point, said no to Luke Harper, including him in WrestleMania plans, which ultimately that would have made the match that much better. Because the match by itself with Orton and Wyatt was garbage. It didn't do anything. It ended in 9 minutes, and the title changed hands abruptly. It did nothing for nobody. Then Randy Orton went on this babyface run. He had the House of Horrors match, which was kind of cheesy. Nobody really liked it. It was critically panned by a lot of people. It didn't make sense. People just shit all over it. Then he enters into a feud with Jinder Mahal. And pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view with Jinder Mahal. Didn't do anything to get Randy Orton over. He lost the title to Jinder Mahal. And now he's in a feud with Rusev. That ended in 9 seconds at SummerSlam. And now Rusev comes back and beats Randy Orton in 10 seconds on SmackDown Live. Now they're having a Hell in a Cell match. That was Randy Orton's year. That was Randy Orton's year. Can you blame the man for hating his babyface run? I know, I would. Randy Orton right now probably wants off SmackDown Live. There's nothing for him to do. There's nothing for him to do. They already gave away a Nakamura match with Randy Orton on a whim with no build. There's nothing else for him to do on SmackDown Live. He's not going to be fighting for the world title anytime soon. He's not going to be factoring into world title plans going into 2018. There's nothing for him to do. So why not get him off of SmackDown and move him to Raw and turn him into a heel? Turn him into a heel. I could see Randy Orton going against a Roman Reigns for a world title. You know? I could see Randy Orton going up against a Braun Strowman. I could see Randy Orton going up against a Samoa Joe. Something along those lines before you want to turn him into a heel. You know? But I think moving Randy Orton over to Monday Night Raw would be the best thing. How do you get him over there? Trade him. Conduct a trade. I've mentioned this on the podcast before. Conduct a trade. Someone of equal value from Monday Night Raw to go over to SmackDown and trade for Randy Orton. Finn Balor would be the perfect candidate for that. Move him over there. Move Samoa Joe over to SmackDown Live. Those are even trades right there, you know? And if not one, if it's not Joe, then you can move Orton over to Raw, have him feud with Balor or Joe, depending on which one you move over to SmackDown Live. If you move Balor over to SmackDown Live and trade for Randy Orton, you can feud Randy Orton with Samoa Joe. If you move Joe, you can feud him with Finn Balor over on Monday Night Raw. It makes sense. It makes sense, especially if you turn him heel. A heel Orton versus a babyface Finn Balor. I like that. I like that a lot. But as of right now, Randy Orton seems like he's just lost in a sea of nothing on SmackDown Live. You can't blame him for being sick of this babyface thing because they've done him no favors. They've done him no favors. So I'm hoping that Randy Orton, at least for the last stretch of his WWE career, because realistically, you got to look at it. Randy Orton doesn't have that much time left. A couple of years, tops. You know? He's one of those guys that is going to do what, you know, he wants to do, say what he wants to say. He wants to get in, do his shit, get paid, and go home. But he wants to be what he wants to be, and he wants to be a heel. So you can't blame Randy Orton for being shitty about his current babyface run on SmackDown Live. Move him, trade him over to Monday Night Raw. That's the way I think it should all work out. Matt Hardy. Apparently, Matt Hardy has changed his hairstyle, and fans are going crazy. Now, normally I'm not one to care about anything that's posted on Twitter unless I see it actually materialize on WWE programming. But all this recent tease and the fact that Jeff is now hurt and going to be out for about 7 to 8 months with a torn rotator cuff, Matt's going to have to do something. We don't know if WWE is going to go and make him awoken. We don't know. I gave you guys the idea of maybe Bray Wyatt, after he's done with this pointless feud with Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt can be the one to bring out that broken character, that awoken character in Matt Hardy. That's what I think would be best. If he's teasing it, Bray Wyatt, even though it would probably be more beneficial for Hardy than it is Wyatt, and Wyatt would be cast in another losing role. Either way you look at it, I think Bray Wyatt is the best one to take that awoken gimmick out of Matt Hardy so that it materializes on WWE television. But Matt Hardy changed his hair. Fans are freaking out on Twitter. And Matt is a great promoter of his brand, and he always likes to let fans know where he will be making an appearance. Matt let fans know that this week's episode of Raw will take place at the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado, but fans quickly noticed that his hair looks different. Fans pointed out that his hairstyle looks just like it did last year during his broken Matt Hardy days in Impact Wrestling. So what does this all mean? Well, in recent weeks, he's been teasing that he's been woken, and last Monday, after it was reported that Jeff Hardy, Brother Nero, would be sidelined with an injury, Matt said everything would change. Perhaps the time has come for him to debut the woken Matt Hardy character on WWE television. It looks like he's ready. It looks like he's ready to move forward with it. It looks like he's ready to have his own singles run in WWE, which we've all been waiting for. And what better way for it to happen with Jeff off of television, and Matt can finally get that spotlight on himself on Monday Night Raw, and we could all see what we wanted to see, what made him so popular in the later stages of his career compared to his brother Jeff. That is the broken or awoken gimmick of Matt Hardy. I'm hoping so. I mean, it makes more sense now than it ever did. We see more teases now than we've ever did. So I don't understand why WWE won't take a chance on this, because Matt Hardy, the way he is right now, will not survive on WWE television. And that would be a waste of a huge talent on Monday Night Raw. They got to do something. You can't go on for the rest of the year. You can't go on through the longevity of Jeff Hardy's injury with version Matt Hardy the way we see him now. Current state Matt Hardy. It's not going to work. It will die a miserable death. We need the outlandish outfits. We need the gimmick. We need the accent. We need Senor Benjamin. We need everything that made it so popular in TNA. If that does not happen, Matt Hardy will die on Monday Night Raw, and I do not want to see that. For someone who is so talented, I do not want to see that. So hopefully this now is leading to the change we've all been waiting for. Corey Graves. Corey Graves had something to say about Enzo Amore that a lot of you guys got salty over because I agreed with Corey Graves over Enzo Amore. You guys see it differently than I do. Enzo has been in hot water and has been a mess for weeks now, for months now. That's the reason why he's been buried on Monday Night Raw and on WWE television. Why did I side with Corey Graves? Why did I side with Corey Graves in his comments about Enzo Amore, but I didn't back Enzo because Corey Graves first talked trash? Why didn't I back Enzo for sticking up for himself? It's because Enzo should know the position that he's in. Okay? Corey Graves can say whatever the fuck he wants to say on Twitter. We know that he doesn't like Enzo Amore. Maybe it was a test. Maybe it was a test for Enzo to keep his fucking mouth shut. But Enzo opens up his big mouth anyway, and he says that, well, there's a reason why WWE put a suit and tie on you, and you can't wrestle anymore. You know? Just voiding the fact that Corey Graves, and the reason why he can't wrestle is because of multiple concussions. I don't blame Corey Graves for poking fun at Enzo Amore. Everybody's poking fun at Enzo Amore. Right? Look at Braun Strowman destroying, someone who's not even in the Cruiserweight division, destroying Enzo Amore for no reason. What the fuck does Enzo Amore have to do with Braun Strowman? That's going to come out and power slam him week after week after week. You know? Enzo should keep his mouth shut. He should know better. He should actually start repairing the relationship with he and WWE without saying stupid shit like this. No, but he opens his mouth anyway. So that's why I sided with Corey Graves, because Enzo just made himself look like a bigger fool in the end. So of course I'm not going to back him. He's doing the wrong thing. No matter if he's sticking up for himself or not. He's stuck up for himself time and time again, and look at where it's got him. Nowhere. An embarrassment on WWE television. So after a little go back and forth between Corey Graves and Enzo Amore, Corey Graves' brother had some words for Enzo Amore. So, as you guys know, I talked about this on part 3 of Off the Script. That is live on the channel right now. Actually, parts 1, 2, and 3 of Off the Script are live on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Links will be within this video in the annotation. But Corey Graves' brother had some words for Enzo Amore, and this is in response to Corey Graves after Graves joked that he failed at being a father after his son did Enzo Amore's dance during a baseball game after running to second base. Now, Graves' brother, Sam Adonis, was not happy with Amore's comment to his brother. And I quote, this is what Corey Graves' brother says on Twitter: "Maybe it's time I go back to WWE and kick this idiot's teeth down his throat." Now, Adonis wrestles for CMLL in Mexico. The tweets were not set up by WWE, and nobody thinks that they would want to call attention to the fact that Graves was forced to end his wrestling career due to concussions. Adonis was under a developmental deal in 2011, but after 2 matches, he suffered a knee injury and was later released. Enzo should keep his mouth shut. I understand playing a edgy character or a heel character or a loudmouth character on television works, but don't take it to Twitter where you are going to be even more scrutinized and more under the microscope. Keep your mouth shut. You know, look at it as a test. They want to rile you up, yet he opens his big mouth anyway. For what? What did it get him? It's going to get him more embarrassment on WWE television. Who cares? And the fact that Corey Graves is so liked in WWE, Corey Graves can say whatever he wants, and pretty much at this point, he's got a bulletproof vest on. So, who knows? Maybe he did it because he knew nothing was going to come of it, but it was all going to be aimed towards Enzo anyway, and this is what WWE wants. I don't know. I don't know. But the fact is, Enzo shouldn't have opened his mouth. No matter if in retaliation or standing ground and, you know, coming back at Corey Graves was the right thing to do to some people, business-wise, it was not. Business-wise, it was not. I don't blame Corey Graves for poking fun. Poking fun has been a thing for WWE. This is nothing compared to what we've seen done to Enzo Amore on WWE television. But the fact that Enzo had to open up his big mouth again just makes him look like a bigger idiot. It makes him look like a bigger fool. So that is the latest on Corey Graves. Corey Graves poked fun at Enzo. Enzo pretty much retaliated, and now Corey Graves' brother is saying that he wants to come back to WWE and kick Enzo's teeth down his throat. So it is what it is, man. Twitter drama that will eventually lead to nothing. But that is all I got today on Off the Script Extra, man. More news to come during the week. Obviously, this coming Friday, Off the Script, episode 190, we're going to go over Hell in a Cell preview and predictions. The pay-per-view is this Sunday, I know. We just got done with No Mercy. We got a big pay-per-view on Sunday night. We're going to go over all that on Friday, plus the week's news and rumors all weekend long, Saturday and Sunday, plus Hell in a Cell news and rumors leading into the pay-per-view. Monday Night Raw tonight. I want to make sure you guys know that I will be doing a review tonight on the channel, so make sure you guys keep an eye and an ear to the channel. Tonight, after Monday Night Raw goes off the air, we're going to cover everything that happened on tonight's show. Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. Will we see Roman Reigns defeat The Miz and become the new Intercontinental Champion? I'm very curious to see if WWE builds towards that and gets the title off The Miz and puts it on Roman, or they continue to build towards the Shield tonight, where another 3-on-1 attack will happen, and then Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose come out and embrace one another, and the Shield is reformed for the TLC pay-per-view. We got to see what's going on with that. Also, Michael Cole will not be on Monday Night Raw tonight. After 20 years of television tapings, this is his second year that he is missing WWE his second time, rather, in 20 years that he's missing WWE television. That is an unbelievable accomplishment. And the reason why he's missing Monday Night Raw tonight is because he's attending his son's wedding in Denver, Colorado. We got Tom Phillips replacing Michael Cole tonight on Monday Night Raw. This could be a huge test for when Michael Cole hangs up the headset. We could see Tom Phillips slide right on into that role. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Tom Phillips handles the big boy role on Monday Night Raw. And I don't mind that at all, man. Phillips is not that bad. With Corey Graves, he's better. Booker T has really sucked the last couple of weeks, man. So it's going to be nice to see Tom Phillips and Corey Graves on Monday Night Raw in replace of Michael Cole for at least 1 week. But we'll talk about that tonight on the channel with Monday Night Raw review. Thank you guys so much for everything, man. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up, and I will see you tonight for Monday Night Raw review. Make sure to check this past weekend's content, man. If you missed anything, there's a lot of stuff there. Off the script this weekend, we got The Walking Dead, NXT, SmackDown Live, Monday Night Raw. Lots of stuff for you on the channel. Go back and check it if you did miss it, man. I'll see you guys tonight for Monday Night Raw. Have a great Monday afternoon, and I'll see you tonight for Raw in Denver. I'll talk to you later.